So why we came there? So we have seen the history of marketing. We have seen how marketing evolved with time. So why CRM is so highly relevant today? Yeah, there are three reasons. First of all, technologies. There are changes with respect to consumers who become more and more exigent, but also changes with respect to marketplace. And CRM is a response to these changes. So let's have a closer look. Market changes with respect to technologies. So this is related to better IT. Firms have better IT now and cheaper and larger storage units, which are called data warehouses and data analysis methods.
So the evolution of CRM is strongly related to technologies and to the strong decrease of prices and cost for IT and technologies, but also to the increase of the performance of the technologies. This is also called the Moore law, which states that the performance of an existing technology doubles every 2 years with no increase in price. For example, computing power tends to approximately double every 2 years. That is, the number of transistors on a microchip doubles every 2 years, while the cost of the computers is halved. A computer chip that contained 2,000 transistors and cost $1,000 in 1970 cost $500 in 1972, $250 in 1974, and only $1 in the 90s, and today cost not even 1 cent to manufacture today. A personal computer that cost $3,000 in the 90s cost $1,092, $794, and would cost today only $5. So this is what is called the Moore's law. Let's take an example. In the 90s, this was the starting date of the internet, we had our first email addresses. And the computers, compared to today, were very weak. For example, an iPhone 6 or a USB stick today is 32,000 times faster than the best Apollo era computer and could perform instructions 100 million times faster. In 1995, a 100 megabyte computer with 8 megabyte RAM from IBM cost more than $4,000. Today, a laptop with 1 terabyte, that is 1 million of megabytes, so 10,000 times more performant, and 8 gigabytes RAM costs $1,000. So there's a strong decrease of cost in information technologies. Another example is a 128 gigabyte card, which is standard today, which roughly costs 39 cents per gigabyte. The same card would have cost $234 per gigabyte in the 90s. So the cost decreased by 600 times. This shows that today storage capacity is able to storage a lot of big data at a very low cost, and explains the evolution of customer relationship management and database related technologies.
Today we don't buy any hard disk drive anymore, we buy actually cloud services. This is also new, that firms can storage their knowledge and customer knowledge and their information, the big data, on clouds. So it's affordable for every firm, not only for big firms. So we have cheaper storage units and larger storage units. So everything can be stored. So firms storage behavioral data coming from loyalty programs or online commerce transactions. Firms storage data about geolocalization, that is where customers go to. They storage information from social media, so they storage information of online reviews, for example, TripAdvisor, or other websites where customers express their opinions. They storage information about IoT, that is smart connected objects that give information about our life. So all this information is stored and can be used to better understand customer by using sophisticated data analysis.
But not only hardware decreased in terms of cost and increased in terms of performance. Also the software, in other words, the statistical software packages, increased in performance and decreased in cost. In the 90s, we started with SPSS, which was operated on MS-DOS. Today, SPSS has become the standard in statistical analysis. But there are some freewares for example, R Commander, which is become now the standard at the universities in research to do statistical analysis. And it's much more performant than SPSS, and you have much more algorithms that enable you to analyze big data and to do data mining. So the performance increased and the cost basically decreased to zero, as R Commander is available for free.
So this is actually what you learn. You have all had, and you still have probably statistical analysis. And statistical analysis is very important to understand customers, but also to segment them according to value, economic value. I'll come back to the question that was asked. And so by doing statistical analysis, you can locate and find the best customers in order to better allocate resources. So we have better IT, we have better communication technology. When I was studying marketing, we still did paper mailings sent by postal mail. Today, we're still doing mailings, but this are electronic mailings, sending them by email. Meanwhile, social media with Messenger, for example, or with the WhatsApp messages. So these are communication tools that can be used to better communicate and with customers and to do it on the individualized way. So in other words, we can use these technologies to communicate better and individually with the customer. When we talk about one-to-one marketing or personalization, this can be done today due to performant communication technologies, which are emails, which are chat rooms, which are chatbots, which are telephone communications, which are social media. This enables firms to do individual marketing. And this enables firms also to have better information about customer behavior, their attitudes, and to better predict also the behavior and to better do personalization due to the data analysis that can be done. And so in summary, this information is then used to better know a customer for customer knowledge, for strategic CRM, to better segment, to better know preferences of customers, what do they like, what do they want to purchase, and to better segment them according to value, and to better communicate with them individually through new communication technologies. So this is related to technologies. The second reason is related to consumers. And we came to CRM also because the customer base of firms becomes more and more diverse. So firms have to face more diversity and individualization of customers. Through internationalization, the customer base becomes not local, not national, but international. So brands today have to satisfy not local or national segments, but international segments, which are diverse. I come back to my example of L'Oreal. When I worked for L'Oreal, I was international product manager, so I had to satisfy customers from Europe, but also from Latin America and from Asia. As these customers are completely different in terms of their expectations, we have to face different customers with different needs, which means that we cannot only offer one type of skin cream, but we have to offer different types of skin creams that face this diversity. So in other words, in Latin America, women have other types of skin and other beauty criterions, and in Asia too, so they prefer white skin. Various Western women prefer pale skin. This means that we have to adapt products. And CRM, customer relationship management, is one answer to this increased diversity, because we can now personalize the offer. It is also about customers who want to have more and more individualized products. At the beginning of this course, I told you that Henry Ford said, I can produce every car you want unless it is black. Who of you wants to have only a black car? Nobody wants to have only a black car. Some want to have a red car, some white cars, some blue cars, some want to have pink cars. So we can have actually today any color we want, and producers are able to produce any color customers want. And it's the same for a computer. You have all different notebooks. Some might have even personalized them with some graffitis or some graphics. And so it is possible today to individualize even a notebook. We want individualized clothes and suits. So all this is actually today the need of customers. And that is why firms have to adapt their needs to those customers want individualization. We want to get treated individually. When this is also important if you take the airline sector, the business travelers want to be treated individually according to the individual needs. And airlines know if a customer on board on a long-haul flight wants to be silent, so he don't want to eat, he only wants to sleep, or if he wants to have champagne, or if he wants to named with his personal name. So all this is known through the CRM database and enables airlines to personalize the relationship on board. Because firms have this information. They have the IT, they have the information availability, they have the technological aptitude to analyze the data. So customers become more knowledgeable and firms can adapt the products to this knowledge. A second reason is the value consciousness and intolerance for low service level. Dissatisfaction becomes much more unacceptable for customers. So the increase of value consciousness and intolerance for low service levels also urged firms to create more service. Remember the framework of marketing evolution, we saw that satisfaction and service levels become crucial to differentiate one brand from another. And I come back to my example of Apple. So why a lot of customers choose Apple? Because they know that the service level is high and that they want to have value, not only through the product, but also through the service. Why a lot of customers choose Amazon? Because of the service. Because of the service, after sales service, when they have problems, they know that Amazon is doing everything to resolve problems. And because Amazon is delivering at home. So home delivery is also one key for service creation. As customers become more and more exigent, customer relationship management enables firms to cope with these problems. So the consequences are that customers expect more service and are less tolerant. They need more and better services. They need less automation. And if firms satisfy these expectations, this will rise customer satisfaction and loyalty. And not only through the product, but through services and through relationships. And companies have to meet individual customer needs in order to satisfy them, but should not only focus on cost reduction. A lot of firms are actually pervading CRM. They say we do CRM to automatize everything. That's actually true. I told you about chatbots, voice bots, so Salesforce automation. This is actually important, but not for all transactions. So for example, chatbots are rather used for low value transactions, for example, information research, ticket booking, because ticket booking is not very high value for customers, but it should not be used for all transactions. But a lot of firms want to reduce cost by automatizing everything. So that is why it's highly important for firms not to automatize everything and not to use CRM, not perverting CRM, only to reduce the cost. CRM means relationships, and that's an important term. The relationship marketing means firms should establish a personalized, high-value relationship. And that is why we need a lot of communication channels. So chatbots and automation is important. For some customers, for example, low-cost customers, and cost allocation. So for low-value customers, it makes sense to decrease the cost by doing automation. For high-value customers, high economic value customers, it makes sense not to automatize and to get a real human relationship. But this is what CRM will determine. By knowing who is a good customer, who is a bad customer, CRM managers will decide who will get better treatments through real human relationships and who will not get this privilege, who has only to deal with automatized chatbots. That's important. CRM can reduce cost, but not on the sake of the top customers. And that is why it's important to segment the databases according to value, economic value, in order to allocate better resources to the customers. And the last change is related to the marketplace. Firms face more intense competition and less product quality. It becomes more and more difficult to do differentiation because products are more and more banal, commoditized products. This is related through international competition, but for example, in retail, it's also related to the number of private label brands. And that's exactly my example of retail. When you go to a retail department for noodles, you will find a lot of different national brands, a lot of like Panzani, like Buitoni, and any other brands. But you find also the retail private label brands. What is the differentiation? Actually no differentiation. Because the private label brands have actually the same quality than the national brands. How should these brands differentiate them from the low-cost private label brands? Or if we take the example of the airline sector, what's the difference between Air France and Lufthansa? Actually, there's no difference because there's the same planes from Airbus and Boeing. They have the same service, so they have the same onboard quality. How should these brands differentiate themselves? The only mean is to create a relationship with the customers. It means that through higher competition, through less product quality differentiation, because all products are similar, the only way to differentiate is the relationship. This brings me back to my Apple example. Or this brings me back to Amazon compared to other online retailers who don't have the same service. CRM will add value to customers by offering personalization, so customer product and service propositions, but also by offering more better service. Pillars to differentiate are service, personalized service propositions, and personalized and customized product propositions. And this means that we shift from managing and marketing products to managing and understanding customer relationships. So there's a paradigm shift from product management to customer management. If you look even to the proposals of jobs in newspapers, you will find rather customer relationship management, digital marketing than product management offerings. Even a change the name of the jobs that companies are searching for. And so a shift from product marketing to customer relationship management marketing. So we have seen the relevance of CRM because of changes with respect of technology, better technology in terms of IT, storage, data analysis, which enables to do big data mining and big data warehousing, to better know customers for personalization. With respect to consumers, because consumers expect high service, expect personalization, and with respect to marketplaces, because of higher competition, where it becomes harder to differentiate one brand from another one only through product features. So the only way to differentiate a brand from another one is related to the relationship and service.